Hey, beautiful twin flames, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. I'm so delighted you could join me again because the energy at the moment for twin flames is really, ooh, that's the kind, yeah, I just want to say that, ooh. And for some of you, you might want to scream into a pillow, and for others of you, you might want to, I don't know, it's like trying to figure your way through a, I don't know, what's that new Squid Game, is it? Imagine trying to do that. Wow. So what I want to talk about today, before I start talking, this is kind of a concept video and kind of a little check-in. Whenever you come across this video, it'll probably resonate for you. If it doesn't resonate right now, it may in the near future. So, take it how it resonates or doesn't resonate for you. But before we begin, let me just bring you someone you haven't seen for a really long time. Can you remember who it is? Can you guess who it is? It's Charlotte. See Charlotte? And she actually has a disorder where she can't smile. So okay, I'm lying. Okay, she doesn't have a disorder where she can't smile. She just doesn't want to. And this is because she's been making tacos for Harry for a really long time. And she's, of course, made to, make scrambled eggs is her thing. So she's kind of a little bit pissed off that she can't do her mission. See how she looks at me? So what I want to do is I want to give you this idea of the feminine being pissed off, all right? So the feminine's pissed off right now. Many of you are really pissed off with your masculines, or bitter, or disappointed, or upset. And we'll bring Little Red Riding Hood in now because she does the whole I'm having a bad hair day every day kind of thing. But it's fine because she kind of is trying to copy me a little bit. We've got the same hairstyle going today, which is kind of cool. So get comfortable. Pause the video. If you haven't got a cuppa yet, go and get one. Because I want to take you for a little ride, a little journey with me. And I want to try and untrigger you a little bit today. Okay, I want to try and take the triggers away. All of those triggers that you've been feeling recently in the twin flame journey, I want to see that, I want to kind of make this a bit of a healing video to help many of you because I know that some of you are really struggling at this time, okay? So, did you pause me? Have you got your cuppa? I'm going to have another little sip. I can't help it. Amazing. Hashtag amazing. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to bring some of the issues to the surface that twin flames are having right now because I feel like it's really important. Okay, so the first issue that's been really difficult for most twin flames, most divine feminines, is this separation in the 3D, okay? So I'll just put that in brackets. In the 3D. The 3D separation, there's no text, there's no calls, or if there are, it's been kind of weird, all right? So separation is the first issue that we come across in the journey. And the issue here is difficult because the feminine longs for intimacy and physical touch, okay? Those are her human needs and her angelic needs as well, okay? So this separation, no texts, no calls, the feminine longing for the intimacy and the physical touch is something that she perhaps missed out on when she was a child, okay? So maybe her mother or father didn't, give her the intimacy I'm talking about non-sexual intimacy here. I'm talking about, you know, oh, sweetie, did you have a great day? You know, I love you, you know, from mum. Or, you know, dad might have, you know, might not have tucked her into bed or anything, you know, things like that, right? Take gender how it resonates. So this video that I'm doing right now is actually part of my Game Changer course. It's the bonus video that I want you to all see so that I can help you a little bit if you decide to do my Game Changer course, because my Game Changer is for twins in separation. Okay, so this is like the bonus video. This is video 7. All right, this is the bonus video. This is video 7 of, well, there's 6 videos, but this is the bonus. So I'm giving it to you today for free so that I can help some of you feel a little bit better in where you're at. Okay, so let's recognize first of all that this separation is the thing that really, really is painful. Because in the get-go of the twin flame journey, as we all know, there's either recognition or some kind of love bombing phase where you feel as though you're really connected to the masculine. So recognition might end up being something like, you know, you look into their eyes and you see them. You can hear the birds in the background probably. They're going crazy because they're feeding this morning. But, you know, you can look into their eyes and see, or maybe if you met them online, even just their words coming up on the text, you know, gives you a certain sensation in your body. Like, I know this person, or I feel like I've known them for a really long time. So there's that recognition and love bombing here in the, you know, at the get-go. So in Australia, we say at the get-go, in the beginning, same thing. At the get-go or in the beginning, we have this love bombing and this recognition, and it feels so amazing, even if it's nothing to do, you know, with sex or anything to do with romance at the time, but you just kind of think, wow, I really have known this person forever. Like, that's how it feels. And so when the separation comes in, as our first point here, you know, if they begin to not text or call anymore, it feels like longing. So that's number 3. That's point 3 that I want to bring up here. Because you long for them to come back. You know, in the beginning, my throat chakra always plays up when I'm talking about separation and the divine masculine, because he does a lot of this in the twin flame journey. So this longing that you feel is because you are wanting to come back to the recognition phase, the love bombing phase. And this longing is also mirrored. Wow, sorry. In relationships that are narcissistic. And I'm going to be doing a whole series on narcissism very soon. So this longing is something that occurs within a narcissistic relationship because we have this feeling of a bond. Okay? Wow. So let's just go through it again. At the get-go, we have this, wow, love bombing and recognition. I feel like I'm going to spit out a fur ball or something. Maybe I was a cat in a past life. So we have this love bombing phase and this recognition phase. And then we have the separation. And then we have the longing. And we have the longing here because there was a bond. But because we're going up and down in this trajectory of I love you, I don't know if I love you. I love you, I don't know if I love you. I love you, I don't know if I love you. This actually can create a trauma bond, what's known as a trauma bond, or as some of you may be familiar with, the Stockholm Syndrome. Okay, I've talked about the Stockholm syndrome before. So we have this bonding that occurs, and it's all because your brain or your brain waves want to go back to this love bombing phase here. Okay. So I'll give it to you in another example. An abuser, okay, let's just say an abuser of some kind, takes the, I don't know, just for fun, let's say it's a man, all right? It's not gender based though. It could happen either way. So the man takes his girlfriend to the fair, all right? And he knows that her favorite thing is, going on the Ferris wheel. So she gets on and, hops on the Ferris wheel and has a really great time. And then, maybe they go and play some arcade games, and maybe they, share fairy floss together and they have this amazing time. And let's say they go back home together, and he slaps her in the face and says, how dare you act like such a tramp in my presence when we went out, you wore that, mini skirt all night and you've embarrassed me, and I feel like you're a disgusting person, right? And she goes, what? Oh my gosh, I didn't know that you felt that way about me wearing a mini skirt. Let's just say she has no self-esteem, all right? So she goes, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Maybe he's saying that because, my legs are too fat, or I don't know, he's a jealous man, or, she tries to solve the problem in her own mind. Like, hang on a minute, we had such a great time. What on earth happened? And of course, this is a really extreme example. Okay. So the high here is that we went to the fair. Okay. I would never suggest anyone stay in a relationship like that, by the way. I'm just correlating it with the twin flame journey a little bit. So they go to the fair, they have a really great time. That's the high. And then they get home and he abuses her. So she kind of feels like she's walking on eggshells a little bit. Okay, you might have already been in a relationship with like this in your 3D life. Maybe not so severe, or maybe severe. Some of you have been through trauma bonding with an ex-partner or lover. So then what happens is that she kind of feels like she's walking on eggshells a little bit. And all of a sudden, she gets home from work, because they live together, let's just say, for our example. Little Red Riding Hood's going, you're just making this shit up as you go along. They live together, and then he buys her flowers, okay? He brings her roses. And there's this poetry on the note that says, roses are red, violets are blue. I'm so horny. I want you, right? So, no, it's beautiful poetry that he spent a long time writing. And so she goes, oh my goodness, he loves me. He loves me. He loves me, yeah, yeah, yeah. He loves me, yeah, yeah, yeah. He loves me, yeah, 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 yeah. So she smells the roses and she cooks him a beautiful dinner. So they have roses and dinner together. And that's the high. And then just out of the blue, he says, my work called. I'm going to have to go to Coolamaloon, wherever that is, for 18 months. Right? 18 months I'm going to be in Coolamaloon. I don't know what he's doing there. He could be taming the centipedes. I don't know. But she says, what? We're madly in love, and we just went to the fair together, and in Australia we call it the show. And we just had roses and dinner, and oh my God. And he says, don't you dare question my 18-month period away from you in Coolamaloon. Those centipedes aren't going to tame themselves, right? And so we have this crying and this oh my God, what happened? We just, she's, I don't know, made love to him a million times, and they've spent time with each other, and they've watched Netflix together. Netflix and chill, right? So she's confused as anything, confused as a bit like Charlotte here, who looks very confused today. So what happens now is the trauma bond has already occurred, okay? So we've got the love bombing, the recognition, then the separation, then the longing, and then the trauma bond. And then from there, it's kind of downhill, right? So even if your divine masculine hasn't done anything romantic with you, the trauma bond can occur just from the recognition, let alone love bombing, okay? So 5 now, we have severe depression and loneliness, okay? Or anxiety. He's leaving me. He's not coming back. He doesn't want to talk to me again. 18 months is a really long time. I'm going to be all on my own. Okay. And for those of you who are having online long distance relationships, it might be that, he has some excuse for, going away, that, he can't get service for his internet connection, or he's got no money for credit or something like that. Right? So what happens here is that the divine feminine has this step here where she's trying to solve it in her mind. She's trying to solve what happened in her mind at the same time that she's going through the depression, the loneliness, and the anxiety. What if I didn't wear that mini skirt when we went to the fair? What if I didn't, kiss him enough? What if I didn't do X, Y, and Z? What if my hair color was wrong? What if I lost more weight? What if I didn't burp in front of him? What if I, hadn't have been so overwhelmingly textual, right? Or sexual, right? So she's got all these what ifs in her mind. What if this? What if that? Which is a form of anxiety when you keep saying what if, what if, what if, what if, what if, because, when you live in the future, you are, when you're worried about the future, it's anxiety. And when you go and look for the past and try and solve things, it causes depression. So we have this massive storm of dark night of the soul now. Okay. And at this point in the journey, she may try to communicate and explain herself, okay? And explain herself. I didn't mean to wear that that dress, that skirt. I should have taken more care of you when you were home. I can lose weight. I can, maybe she even says, I get anxiety when you leave. I don't know. I can't wait for you for 18 months. Like it's going to drive me crazy. I'll miss you so much. And so the divine masculine at this point gets this supply. Okay. He gets this supply of knowing her true feelings. Right? He knows that she loves him. He knows that he can pretty much do anything and get away with it. Okay? Because at that point in time, she will do anything. And for some of you, this is just, when they ghost, or when they leave, or when they don't speak to you on text message, if it's a long distance situationship, I won't call it a relationship, I'll call it a situationship, then she can kind of start trying to do this chasing thing. So this communicating and explaining might say, I get really bad anxiety when people leave because I've got abandonment issues. Please don't leave me. Maybe we can sort this out. Maybe you don't have to go to Coolamaloos for 18 months, blah, 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 blah. And at this point in the situation, he might say, I understand. There's two things that can happen. He can say, I understand, right? And I don't want to make you feel that way. So he can have this love. Or he can say, I understand with the love and do the leaving anyway. Okay? Okay, so he might say two things here. I understand that you feel anxiety when I ... whatever that is, or depression or loneliness, or that you're afraid that I might leave. Okay, but then he's got a choice now. Does he stay or does he go? If he understands and cares about her, because we have the love heart there, right? He can then leave anyway. And that's what usually happens in the twin flame journey. So then step 8 is we have all of the yucky things that have already occurred. I'm just going to write them down in order so that you know. We have the longing. We have the trauma bond. We have the depression phase. We have the want to communicate and explain again. Okay, so this is steps 3, or points 3, 4, 5, and 6. All happening in phase 8. So she longs for him to come back and do the love bombing, or do the text messages, or do the calls that she really, really, enjoyed before. She feels the trauma bond. Even if he treats me like crap, I still want to hang around. I still love him anyway. Even though he might tell me I'm overwhelming or obvious or annoying, or I text too much, or I call too much, or whatever. I don't care. I need him. At the same time, there's the depression and anxiety, right? And the want to communicate and explain herself. You don't understand. I really love you. You don't understand. I've had abandonment wounding. I'm sorry, and she may also apologize at this point here. I'm so sorry. I need you. I can't live without you. So there becomes this desperation in phase 8. We get this desperation. And it's really interesting here because, wow, the masculine, whew, he knows, on one hand, he knows what he's done. But the unawakened masculine finds it easier to leave. Oh, wow. Okay? It's just easier to leave. It's far easier to not feel this journey with the twin. Okay? He knows what he's done. He knows the heartache he's caused, whether he comes across as he does or not. But the unawakened masculine finds it easy to leave. And this is a problem because the feminine is so awakened that she can feel it. She knows, isn't this interesting? She knows that he loves her. Right? She knows, point 10 is she knows that he loves her. Take gender how it resonates. And yet he leaves anyway, or he comes back intermittently and we go through the separation phase again. So let's just say he does come back Let's go back in time for a moment. Let me find my points here. Let's say he does come back after the separation and he does the love bombing, or he does the recognition, hey, it's been a little while. I've been so busy with projects and family. I'm so sorry. I haven't spoken to you for a while. And so again, we have the longing. The cycle starts again. The longing. Okay. Why is she longing? She is longing. Remember, she is longing for intimacy and physical touch in the 3D reality from her twin flame. So then he might say, let's catch up on Friday or Sunday or whenever, and then he might leave again. So we're creating this trauma bond again because he's done the love bombing. Ready? He's done the love bombing. She's done the longing because she's waiting for, Wednesday or Friday to show up. And then we have this trauma bond. He's creating this trauma bond again. I love you, I'm going to discard you. 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 And on it goes. And the feminine gets to this point where she is so depressed and lonely and has anxiety that she doesn't know how to solve it. How do I solve this? How do I solve it? What could I do in the 3D reality to make it better? Right? So again, she might go through this phase of communicating and explaining. She might send him another text and say, I really miss you. I really need you. Where are you? She'll just about do anything to get him back. She might pay, she might pay for love spells, or she might, don't do that by the way, but she'll do anything to get him back. Okay. And again, he might say, I understand how you feel, but this isn't the right time for me right now. Or I understand that you were really looking forward to that date or that coffee we were going to have on Friday or Sunday. However, I can't make it because I have family commitments or karmic commitments, etc. And so then we have, again, the trigger, the longing, the trauma bond, the depression and anxiety, the want to try and communicate and explain and even apologize. And she keeps setting herself up for this roller coaster ride. Doesn't that look like a roller coaster to you? We could just about go, wee. It's not much fun though. So as we can see here, what's necessary is balance. We need to have balance. Otherwise, we're going to end up looking and feeling like this. Now, recently I shared a Nelly Furtado song. Okay, it's an old song. I'm trying to think of what it's called. Oh my God. Say It Right. Okay. Okay, so I shared it on my channel not long ago. And you'll see it in the playlist under high vibrational songs if you're looking for it, right? Now, Say It Right. And I had a commenter on there say, this makes no sense at all. This makes no sense at all. But this song is really interesting because in the beginning of the song, I'm not sure who the guy is, but he's just going, you don't mean nothing at all to me. You don't mean nothing at all to me, right? So it's this kind of background of the whole song. You don't mean nothing at all to me. So it's this consistent discard, this consistent, I'm too busy for you, this consistent, I'll put you on the back burner until I need you. And she's in there explaining that she needs him to man up. I'm not trying to be gender oriented here, and I'm not trying to say that men should be X, Y, and Z. That's not what I'm saying. But in the song, she's like, I could sing you, words from myself. I could Sorry, my throat chakra, because the masculine knows right now that he's not manning up or womaning up or whatevering, egg whisking up, whatever the word is that we want to use, okay? And this isn't in a sexual way either. I'm not trying to connotate this in a sexual way, but I'm just talking about being a loving person and being a kind person and having humility. The masculine isn't doing those things right now. He's not showing up in that way. So what happens is she says, from my body, I could show you a place God knows. From my mouth, I could give you another brick that I've laid, right? So she's saying, I could offer you all this stuff. You know, I could offer you my body. I could offer you my intelligence, my words, right? And then he's, you know, you don't mean nothing to me at all. Something like that, you know. It's weird. And then she goes, but you've got what it takes to set me free. So she's recognizing his 3D self and his behavioral self is shit right now, okay? Little Red Riding Hood doesn't like swearing. Can't I say shit? Apparently not. She doesn't like his 3D behavior because it discards her. It makes her feel lonely. It makes her feel confused. You know, all of those things we went through. Okay, feel free to take notes. Go back and rewind this video and take notes on what's actually happening. You're actually in a trauma bond with your masculine, which is why I created the Game Changer course. And like I say, this is bonus video 7 because we need to get you out of this phase. Can you see how you've been Stockholm syndrome with your masculine? Can you see how when he leaves and then comes back and then leaves and then comes back and then leaves and comes back, you're on this roller coaster of emotion. And what's funny about this is you wouldn't tolerate this. You would not tolerate this from anyone else. But because it's, you know, your hashtag twin flame, you put up with a lot. So this course, this Game Changer course that I've made is all about setting boundaries. It's all about understanding that you can still love your masculine, but be pissed off, very pissed off with his behavior in the 3D reality without being bitter. Without being bitter, without saying, fuck you, Jack. Or in Charlotte's case, fuck you, Harry. I don't know what happened. We're swearing today, right? But Little Red Riding Hood wants to just sing for you. Ready? Oh, you don't mean nothing at all to me. But you got what it takes to set me free. From my body, I could show you a place God knows. From my mouth, I could lay another brick in your face. Oh, wow, you're being mean now. We can't just change the words like that. Anyway, she gets to a point now, as my last point, point 11, where she gets mad. She gets mad with lots of exclamation points, right? Oh, you can go and eat a cucumber. And you can look at all the chicks online. 'Cause I am happy doing my own thing, collecting apples. And I can talk to people online or do whatever I like, she says. So this is where the Game Changer will help you with your mission if you want to do one. This will help you with your goals if you want to get some. This will help you feel better, feel more mature, and not be in that really needy space. Because when you get mad, it's actually a really good motivator. The divine masculine in his unawakened state triggers the absolute crap out of the divine feminine, and she needs to wake up. She needs to get her own ducks in a row. She needs to work on herself. And of course, as you know, working on yourself is the most beneficial way of remaining in the twin flame journey without all of this trauma bonding that occurs. Because many of you right now are hurting. It really hurts. It feels like grief. If you've ever felt grief before in your life, it's, times that by 1,000, and that's how it feels when the masculine leaves. The dark night of the soul continually becomes perpetuated if you don't know how to set boundaries. Okay? So without boundaries, as point 12, I just want to give you this last point. Without having boundaries, and that's not just with your twin flame, that's with everyone in your life. Without setting boundaries, you cannot move forward. Okay? You have to love yourself enough to say no. I won't tolerate that. I need more. The two other songs coming to mind, which I might share soon, are Toxic by Britney Spears and Womanizer by Britney Spears. Many of us as divine feminines, especially if you're, of the female gender, feel as though you've been used and abused by men. Okay? And, take gender how it resonates. Also, men can feel used and abused by women. But this is what's going on the planet right now. And people are, using people as masturbation toys, basically. They're literally just joining together, doing the wild thing, and then leaving each other. Doing the wild thing and leaving each other, And, many people have got multiple partners. And that's not what love is. Love is kind. Love is giving. Love is companionship. Love loves anyway. Like if I had, let's just say, a messy hair day like this. Hang on, let's do it with Little Red Riding Hood. Needs a bit of a change, doesn't she? Let's just do this together. Let's just see. Let's not be Instagram famous or Instagram sexy anymore. Not that I ever was. But oh my God. Hang on, we've got an issue here. So we just do this. So your divine masculine should love you. Wow. Whoops. Should love you. There we go. That's better. Should love you no matter what you look like. So if you're having a really bad hair day, or if you look like a character from a movie that we can't recognize, it shouldn't matter. Okay? It shouldn't matter if you're unwell. It shouldn't matter if you are having a bad day. It shouldn't matter if you are feeling anxiety or depression or any of those feelings or confused or whatever. Your person needs to come to you in love all of the time. Okay? Because when you love someone, and this isn't anything to do with romantic love, this could just be platonic love without the romance, right? But when you love someone, you care about how they feel. You care about their well-being. You care about their health. You care about their mental health. So without boundaries, if we don't have boundaries, okay, we're always going to be attracting the wrong type of person. And if right now your divine masculine isn't the right person because of his 3D mindset and behaviors, or his consciousness is stuck and trapped in the 3D matrix, then, this is why I've made the game changer. Okay. Now, the other announcements I want to make is that I'm now doing subliminals for attracting, for manifestation, attracting who you want in your life. And there's a range of subliminals that I'm going to be working on. So if you need a particular subliminal for a particular problem, you can email me and let me know. If you're interested in my Game Changer course, also let me know. This is bonus video 7 that everyone will get who does the course, but there's 6 other videos which tell you how to get through all of this. That's a bit better. There we go. So if you love someone, you love them no matter what, and I'm not necessarily saying unconditional love, because there has to be some conditions to love, doesn't there? There has to be a few little conditions, because at the end of the day, we are human and we do have needs. So, a deal breaker just quickly for you might be, well, if someone does drugs, I don't want to be really talking to them, because that's something I don't want to be around. And that's fine. And that's where we are setting boundaries, okay? So I really hope you enjoyed this twin flame concept video. Make sure you get in contact with me by the link below. If you want to send a donation to my channel, it's much appreciated. The other thing I want to quickly mention is that I am doing vax removals for those of you who have twin flames, or for yourself if you have had the vax, hashtag the jab, and you want to remove it out of your body. I'm doing energetic removals for that right now, but I'll probably make another bigger announcement as well. Yes, because according to your belief systems, but what we're noticing in the twin flame journey, because I'm a coach and I talk to a lot of twin flames all of the time, what we're noticing is that the consciousness of people who've had the vaccination, not everyone, but the consciousness can be lowered, which means that your twin flame union can take longer to come about. In fact, 5 years longer in many cases. So that's just something I wanted to mention. So don't comment and give your opinion about it in the comments, because YouTube won't like that. If you have a beef about it with me, or you don't agree with me, you're more than welcome to send an email, or get in contact with me that way. But not, don't be writing in the comments, because the YouTube algorithm may not like it, okay? Because it's a very sensitive topic. So as always, I love you all. Thank you for being here. I think we need to sing Joyful, Joyful before we go. As always, I've taken up a lot of your time, but it was worth it, I hope. Are we ready? Okay, good. Joyful, joyful, Lord, we adore you. God of glory, God of light. Hearts unfold like flowers before him. By the way, what have you done for him lately? Ooh, 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 yeah. Sing it with me. What have you done for him lately? Ooh, 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 yeah. One more time. Joyful, joyful, Lord, we adore you. God of glory, God of light. Hearts unfold like flowers before him. Do, 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 do. Come and join the chorus, the mighty, mighty chorus. Do, 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 do. We're going to let her make eggs this morning. Joyful, joyful, Lord, we adore you. God of glory, God of light. Hearts unfold like flowers before you. Do, 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 la, la, la. Okay, have fun, everyone. Stay in your joy. Look at this. Little Red Riding Hood's going to be staring at you all day if you're not in your joy. She knows how to get to your house, apparently. No toys were harmed in the making of this video. Thanks for being with me. I love you all so much. If you've got any questions, you can send them to my email address. But most of you who are in separation, if you do my game changer, it will be a game changer for you. You'll feel better. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me, said the car salesman. Okay, have a beautiful rest of your day, night, afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are in the world. And mwah, love from Australia. Bye, everyone. Bye.